The executive order that I'm about to sign will deny the Supreme Leader and the Supreme Leader's office and those closely affiliated with him and the office access to key financial resources and support. The assets of Ayatollah Khomeini and his office will not be spared from the sanctions. These measures represent a strong and proportionate response to Iran's increasingly provocative actions. We will continue to increase pressure on Tehran until the regime abandons its dangerous activities and its aspirations, including the pursuit of nuclear weapons, increased enrichment of uranium, development of ballistic missiles, engagement in and support for terrorism, fueling of foreign conflicts, and belligerent acts directed against the United States and its allies.
So, as we all know, the Iranian conflict has continued to pick up. It seems like each day there's another article that comes out. Either the Trump administration is trying to push and prod the Iranian regime into war, or the Trump administration is trying to poke and prod the Iranian regime into war. That's right. The only people that want to go to war in this situation is the United States, and specifically that being John Bolton. We are looking for any reason to get into a conflict with Iran. We have continuously been the aggressor since the Trump administration has taken office. I personally have said it from the beginning. I think the Iran conflict is the major distraction card for the Trump administration. If any lawsuits can go forward that seem to be a danger to Donald Trump. Like recently today, we saw a judge announce that the Democrats' case with the emoluments case can move forward against Donald Trump. So again, these are things we should be paying attention to when they are, running parallel with things that Trump's doing in other areas that could possibly be distractions. Now, today's article I woke up to again, where I was like, is this real? Is this from The Onion? Probably real if it's happening in 2019, and I'm asking if it's from The Onion. That's basically something I've decided, is that The Onion is just predicting all the crazy shit that's going to happen. Now, today's article that I'm talking about is an Iran government official calling the Trump administration mentally retarded, or in their translation, it was something intellectually ill, or something along those lines. But still, in short, the Iranian government called the Donald Trump administration mentally retarded. And you don't hear that every day. No other administration in the United States history have you heard another government go and somewhat reference to the United States as them being mentally ill or mentally retarded in that sense. So this came before the Trump administration announced sanctions today. We needed more sanctions on Iran. I really don't know how many more sanctions we can pull out of our ass to put on Iran, but it's going to be really interesting to see how much further Donald Trump goes. Now, today in his sanctions he placed on Iran was on Iran and other companies doing business with Iran, like any other sanctions he's put on them. Except today's, he had a special person in his mind while putting these sanctions out. That's right. One of the first names you hear him mention of the list being sanctioned is a man that has been dead for 32 years. Yes, he was part of the Iranian regime, but he has been dead for 30 plus years. And Donald Trump decided to throw sanctions on his dead body. I don't know why, don't know where it came from, but Donald Trump himself read it out loud from the piece of paper he had, because again, none of the stuff he is saying from his mind, because he has no clue what the fuck he's talking about. Nothing he says is genuine. It is all fed to him from whatever is on that piece of paper in front of him. He reads like a fifth grader. He's got the comprehension skills of a fifth grader, and this man is trying to lead us into war with Iran for no reason. Iran could literally call him a smelly poopy baby, and I'm sure that would be another sanction on Iran if Donald Trump had the case and reason to do it. I'm sure he would. because that's at the point we are right now. Donald Trump is just being a big bully across the world. He is just trying to bully everybody into doing what the United States wants them to do. Like we saw down in Mexico, they have now put 15,000 troops at the border to try and combat the immigration crisis after Trump threatened to throw more tariffs and taxes on them. Now again, these sanctions, these tariffs are just taxes that consumers in the end will pay. It's not going to punish the places that these sanctions are on. They are actually going to profit more from the taxes. So it's not helping them, it's hurting the consumers. And blindly going to war with Iran for no reason other than the United States needed a distraction or wanting to get involved in another war isn't a good reason for us to continue to push at Iran. Recently we had more tankers that were allegedly bombed by Iran, two Japanese oil tankers. That happened while a Japanese PM was there discussing peace talks with Iran. Why would Iran bomb two Japanese tankers while a PM is there discussing peace talks? Again, and then we had another recent attack, defense for Iran. We'll call it what it is. A United States drone was flying in Iran's airspace. It got shot down, landed in the some international seas right off the Gulf there. The United States claimed that Iran shot it down over international waters, threatening and putting people in danger in those waters. Iran and everybody else's evidence has came out to show that it was over their airspace. So again, we have to keep an eye on this whole thing. The Iranian conflict isn't an easy thing to keep up with, but we also need to call out the bullshit when it is blatantly bullshit. That's all for this video. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed what I talked about. Now, if you'd like to support the show, well, just remember you can visit the Patreon link below in the description and become a $3 or $5 monthly donor to the channel. Thanks for watching this video, and as always, this has been your Daily Ember.